Everybody, I'm Chief Meteorologist Eric Schneidel. Welcome to RochesterFirst.com and welcome to a rainy Monday across western New York. Boy, this has not stopped all day long. Your live shot from Rochester, there's a cityscape somewhere in the background there, but the raindrops continue, and I do fear we've got a little bit more of this before things start to wind down. Radar from this standpoint, though, this is not nearly as filled in as it was earlier this morning, and that is going to be the trend through the rest of the afternoon and the evening. Kind of like Swiss cheese, you will find holes in the green on radar. For now, over Rochester, it is more of the same, but off to our south, we're eroding away some of the more steady coverage. Center of low pressure is right about in here, and the way these usually work, when that low moves about right overhead, oddly enough, it's kind of backwards logic, but the rainfall starts to taper off, and that drier slot will continue to punch its way northward. I'll tell you what, this was a really close call for this being our first major snowstorm of the season, and in fact, if anybody is traveling on the thruway going west toward Erie, Pennsylvania, Cleveland, Ohio, this is an all-out snowstorm for them. Winter storm warnings are in effect. They could get a foot and a half, upwards of 2 feet of snow. All the while, us in Rochester, we're nowhere close to that. We might get some minor accumulation over the next couple of days. That would be about it. The only part of our viewing area under any kind of a wintry weather headline is in Wyoming County. That's a winter weather advisory that goes through Wednesday afternoon, 1 p.m. Higher terrain there in Wyoming County with that southwest flow coming off of Lake Erie could spit out enough accumulating snow to produce a few inches. And what is a very dynamic storm system. Look at how deep this trough has carved a path. They're talking about lows in Alabama tonight, down in the 20s. They're going to be colder in Alabama than we are going to be in Rochester, New York. It is odd how things work sometimes. Here's how future view looks as we go through the night. You see how we've backed off on the widespread steady stuff, but know that there is still going to be rain out there. It does not shut off, it just becomes more off and on. As we go through the day on Tuesday, the wind flow is starting to punch some colder air in here, so we will eventually start changing those scattered rain showers over to snowflakes. Now, the important part for us in Rochester out of this is the word scattered. At no point do we expect any of these snow bands to park overhead and just dump snowfall. Wyoming County has a better shot for that, but we'll go in and out of that rain-snow mix, eventually turning over to all snow going into later on tomorrow night and early Wednesday. Snow totals out of this are going to be insignificant in and around Rochester. You see, obviously, the much heftier numbers starting to show up here. South of Buffalo, back westward toward Erie, again, a foot plus of snow for them. But even in Wyoming County, we could feasibly get 2, 3, 4 inches out of that, hence the reason they've got that advisory in place. 8-day forecast from here. A couple of flakes on Wednesday continue. Cooler feel to the overall weather here for the rest of the week going into the weekend. Still really don't see any big major storm systems out of this, but certainly more of a wintry feel in the foreseeable future.